Deep in the heart of the Galactic Council's territory, a lone human envoy approached. His ship was small, sleek, and seemingly unarmed. Council sensors detected it instantly. Alien officers leaned over their consoles, whispering doubts and ridicule. An unarmed human? They dare enter our sector? One officer sneered. It must be a mistake, another said. They have no fleet, no weapons. What threat could one human pose? The Council decided to act. They deployed multiple ships armed with energy weapons, plasma cannons, and drones. Their plan was simple: intimidate the human and force him to comply. Humans, after all, were considered limited and weak. Inside the human ship, Captain Rhea Cole observed the incoming Council vessels. Her crew moved calmly, checking shields, monitoring the alien fleet, and preparing for the inevitable. There was no panic, only focus. Lieutenant Samir Patel reported, shields at maximum. Systems stable. Weapons and drones operational. Cole nodded. Good. Maintain readiness. Observation first. We do not strike unless necessary. The alien fleet opened fire. Plasma beams and energy pulses streaked across space toward the small human ship. Council ships moved aggressively, attempting to trap the envoy in a coordinated assault. Inside the human ship, alarms blared softly, but the crew remained composed. Shields flared in response to every strike. Automated drones patrolled the corridors and hull, repairing minor damage instantly. Each weapon system adapted, recalibrating to counter alien attacks. The aliens watched in disbelief. Their sensors indicated that the human ship sustained almost no damage. Every attack seemed anticipated, every movement countered. One officer shouted, "Impossible." Their shields. Their systems, they are. Resisting everything. The Admiral frowned. Check again. It cannot be this strong. We underestimated them. The envoy ship moved gracefully, not with aggression, but with calculated precision. Small adjustments in trajectory avoided direct fire. Sensors detected the alien fleet's weaknesses, and the ship's systems began to subtly exploit them without firing a single shot. Inside, Cole spoke quietly to her crew. Focus. They want a reaction. Do not give them one. Observe. Their mistakes will show themselves. As the Council ships fired again, their energy beams dissipated harmlessly against the human shields. The aliens could not comprehend it. Every calculation they had made about humans proved false. One unarmed envoy was surviving their combined fleet with ease. Commander, how is this possible? A junior officer asked, voice trembling. We attacked with everything, yet they endure. The Admiral's face darkened. They were never meant to negotiate defensively. Humans, they survive, adapt, and endure. Even a single envoy can defy entire fleets if prepared. The human envoy's calm became a silent message. Discipline, preparation, and readiness radiated from the ship. It was not the weapons or shields that scared the Council, it was the crew itself. Every officer, engineer, and tactical expert moved in perfect harmony. Anticipating every move the aliens could make, the Council tried communication. Identify yourself. State your mission. You are trespassing. No reply came. Only subtle movements, calm coordination, and total readiness. The humans were not here to negotiate under threat. They were here to observe, protect themselves, and deliver a lesson in patience and precision. Council officers whispered fearfully. They are not just enduring. They are in control. We cannot predict them. One human, one envoy, and we are outmatched. The Admiral clenched his hands. All units maintain distance. Avoid reckless attacks. They are not what we expected. and I do not want to find out what they are capable of if provoked further. Inside the human ship, Cole allowed herself a small, controlled smile. Humanity's message was clear. Underestimate a human, even unarmed, and you may live to regret it. One envoy, disciplined, prepared, and loyal, could change the entire dynamics of a powerful council fleet. As the human ship glided silently through the alien fleet, the council realized the full truth too late. Negotiation was never the envoy's true objective. He was a living symbol of human endurance, discipline, and power. The attack had only revealed the tip of the iceberg, and the galaxy would soon learn the full measure of humanity. The alien fleet faltered, unsure, hesitant, and fearful. One small envoy had done what entire fleets were thought to do: command respect, fear, and attention across the stars. And in that tense silence, it became clear: the humans were not here to negotiate, they were here to show the galaxy their true strength. The council fleet hovered tensely, their weapons still raised, unsure of what they were facing. Every scan of the human envoy ship revealed systems beyond their expectations. Shields shimmered with adaptive energy, repairing themselves instantly after minor impacts. Drones patrolled the hull and internal corridors, ready to fix, defend, or attack automatically. The alien admiral frowned. Every system fully operational. How is this possible? One envoy, unarmed. And yet, inside the human ship, Captain Rhea Cole walked calmly across the bridge. She did not rush. She did not panic. Every movement was deliberate. She spoke quietly to her crew, shields at peak, drones patrolling, weapon systems online, observation only unless provoked. "Yes, Captain," Lieutenant Samir Patel replied, calm and precise. The council watched, shocked, as their attacks failed again and again. Their energy blasts bounced harmlessly off the human shields. Their drones were intercepted, neutralized, or rerouted. Every move the aliens attempted seemed anticipated, every weakness countered before it could be exploited. One alien officer whispered, voice trembling, "It cannot be just the ship. It is the crew, their coordination, their discipline. This is beyond what we imagined humans could do." The admiral nodded grimly. "We assumed a single human envoy would be defenseless. We assumed weakness. We assumed predictability. And we were wrong, deadly wrong." Inside the human ship, the crew moved like a single organism. Engineers repaired minor hull damage before it could grow. Weapons officers recalibrated targeting systems silently. Tactical teams tracked alien movements, noting every maneuver and calculating every risk. Captain Cole observed the alien fleet through the main viewport. Her calm presence projected authority. She did not need to fire. The very way she commanded her crew sent a message: humans are precise, loyal, and fully prepared. The council attempted communication again. "Identify yourself. State your mission. We are ready to negotiate." No words came. Only the human ship's movements, subtle yet deliberate, spoke volumes. The envoy was unarmed in appearance, yet every system, every crew member, and every drone signaled readiness for total defense. The aliens began to realize the terrifying truth: this envoy was never meant to negotiate defensively. He was a symbol of human power. One unarmed human could outmatch fleets if properly prepared. "Commander," one officer whispered, voice shaking, "we cannot predict their next move." Every system, every crew member, coordinated. "We are outmatched." The admiral's voice was tight. "They are not just a ship. They are humanity itself. And we have underestimated them again." Inside, Cole moved quietly from station to station. She monitored shields, checked energy flows, and oversaw the drones patrolling corridors. Every action was calm, precise, and intentional. There was no panic, no haste, only readiness. Lieutenant Patel reported, "All systems stable. The fleet cannot breach shields. Our position is secure." Cole nodded. "Good. Let them realize that one human envoy is enough to change how the galaxy sees us." The Council fleet wavered. Their attacks were ineffective. Every weapon, every maneuver, every plan failed to surprise or harm the human ship. Fear crept into their ranks. Confidence faltered. Hesitation replaced orders. The human envoy's true power was now visible not in weapons, but in discipline, preparation, and unwavering calm. The Council realized that humans were strategic, adaptive, and disciplined beyond measure. One envoy had already commanded respect, fear, and caution. The Admiral finally admitted quietly, negotiation was never the envoy's goal. "We misjudged humans again, and this will not be the last time we see their strength." Captain Cole allowed herself a small, controlled smile. Humanity's message was clear. Underestimate even one human, and you may live to regret it. The envoy had revealed the first part of humanity's true power, and the galaxy would soon learn even more. The alien fleet hesitated, unsure, fearful, and deeply aware that they faced far more than they had anticipated. And in the quiet, tense void of space, the human envoy glided on, calm, disciplined, and fully prepared, ready to reveal the full measure of humanity when the time came. The alien fleet hovered tensely, their confidence waning. Every scan of the human envoy ship revealed a level of coordination, readiness, and calm precision that none had anticipated. Their attacks had failed. Their calculations had failed. And their assumptions about humans were crumbling. Inside the human ship, Captain Rhea Cole moved calmly across the bridge. She observed the alien formations through the main viewport, noting every movement, every subtle change, every potential threat. Her crew moved as one, each person performing their role with perfect timing. Lieutenant Samir Patel reported, "Shields at full capacity. Weapons online but in standby. Drones patrolling external and internal corridors. System stable." Cole nodded. "Good. Continue observation. Any threat will be countered with precision. Do not act unnecessarily." The aliens tried to anticipate human movements. They scanned energy outputs, life signs, drone patterns, and shield fluctuations. Each attempt failed. The humans were not reckless, they were adaptive, precise, and completely unpredictable. "They are not like anything we have faced before," one alien officer whispered. "Their control over the ship, their coordination, it is terrifying." The Admiral frowned. "It is not the ship. It is the crew. Years of training, discipline, and survival in hostile space. That multiplies their effectiveness. One unarmed envoy can control an entire battlefield if prepared." Inside the human ship, the crew ran drills silently. Drones patrolled corridors, repairing minor damage, monitoring systems, and defending key areas. Weapons officers recalibrated railguns and missile systems without haste. Engineers monitored energy flows, optimizing shields and power distribution. Every human knew their role, and every system functioned in harmony. The aliens attempted communication again. "Identify yourself. State your mission. Cease all unauthorized movements." No response came. Only precise maneuvers, subtle adjustments, and perfect coordination. The humans were not here to negotiate under threat. They were demonstrating control, readiness, and capability. Panic began to spread among the Council's ranks. Confidence faltered. Officers whispered in disbelief. "We cannot predict them. One envoy, and we are already outmatched." The admiral's voice was low but grave. "We have underestimated humanity. Negotiation is not their first choice. Observation, discipline, and readiness are their weapons. And we may face consequences we cannot calculate." The human envoy began to reveal more of his capabilities. Shields adjusted dynamically, countering multiple angles of attack. Drones intercepted energy pulses before they reached the hull. The ship moved strategically, exploiting weaknesses without firing a single weapon. Every movement demonstrated tactical superiority. Inside, Captain Cole observed the alien fleet calmly. She spoke quietly to Lieutenant Patel. "Let them see who we are. Our presence is our message. Discipline and readiness alone will speak louder than any weapon." Patel nodded. "Understood, Captain. They are." Faltering. The alien fleet realized the terrifying truth. The threat was not in weapons or shields, but in humans themselves. Their calm, coordinated, and disciplined nature made them unpredictable. One envoy could hold a fleet at bay. One prepared crew could change the outcome of an entire battle. The admiral muttered, voice tight with respect and fear, "They are not just a ship. They are humanity, and we have misjudged them." Again, the human ship glided silently, never aggressive, yet demonstrating full readiness. Their presence alone commanded respect and fear. The envoy had unleashed the first full measure of humanity's power, and the Council was beginning to understand that one human, fully prepared, could alter the balance of power across the galaxy. Captain Cole allowed herself a small, controlled smile. The galaxy's first lesson was clear. Humans are disciplined, strategic, and unpredictable. Underestimate them once, and you may live to regret it. The alien fleet, hesitant and fearful, began to rethink every plan, every expectation, every assumption. One unarmed human envoy had already rewritten what they thought they knew about humanity. And in the tense silence of deep space, the envoy glided onward, calm, prepared, and ready to reveal even more of humanity's true strength when the time came. The Galactic Council's chambers were in chaos. Officers and diplomats whispered in disbelief, their confidence shattered by the human envoy's presence. Every system scan, every tactical observation, and every defensive measure from the envoy ship had revealed one undeniable truth. Humans were not what they seemed. The alien admiral slammed a clawed hand against his console. "They are not just surviving. They are in control. One envoy, and we are being outmaneuvered." "You said it would be a simple warning," one officer muttered. "A show of weakness, perhaps. Instead, we are humiliated." Inside the envoy ship, Captain Rhea Cole observed the alien fleet calmly. She did not attack. She did not shout orders. Yet every movement, every silent adjustment conveyed authority, discipline, and precision. Lieutenant Samir Patel spoke quietly. "Captain, shields at full capacity. Drones patrolling. The fleet is hesitant, confused." Cole nodded. "Good. Let them understand. Our presence alone is enough to demonstrate the human factor." The Council attempted communication again, their voices rising in panic. "Identify yourselves. State your intentions. Cease movement immediately." No reply came. Only subtle, deliberate maneuvers. The human envoy ship shifted positions, drones patrolled the exterior, and shields adjusted dynamically to counter any potential threat. The humans were not negotiating, they were demonstrating total control. Panic spread rapidly. Officers realized that every calculation they had made about humanity was wrong. The envoy was disciplined, loyal, and prepared. Their unpredictability made them more dangerous than any weapon they could deploy. "This is unprecedented," a junior diplomat whispered, trembling. one unarmed human, controlling our fleet without firing a shot. The Admiral's eyes narrowed. They are showing us our error. Discipline, preparation, and adaptability, all in one envoy. Negotiation was never their objective. Observation and demonstration. That is their weapon. The human envoy began to reveal more subtle measures of control. Automated drones monitored every angle, shield systems adjusted to all forms of attack, and tactical displays revealed careful analysis of alien formations. Every minor move by the aliens was observed, predicted, and countered. Inside the council chamber, officials and diplomats began to argue, some urging retreat, others advocating caution. Fear and uncertainty dominated the room. Humans had demonstrated, without aggression, that they were strategic, disciplined, and lethal if provoked. One officer finally admitted, voice low and trembling, "We have underestimated them. We assumed weakness, unpredictability." Yet one envoy is already rewriting the rules. The Admiral exhaled slowly. Prepare for all outcomes. Humanity is not a species to be toyed with. Today, one envoy has shown what they are capable of, and the galaxy will remember it. On the human ship, Cole allowed herself a small, controlled smile. Her crew moved silently, efficiently, without celebration. The message was clear. Humanity's power was not just in weapons or shields, but in discipline, loyalty, and readiness. One envoy, fully prepared, could command the respect and fear of an entire council. The alien fleet faltered. Hesitation and doubt replaced confidence. Even the bravest officers realized that humans were unpredictable, precise, and strategically superior. Negotiation was never the envoy's full goal. The display of human strength alone was enough to force recognition and respect. The envoy's calm presence, strategic maneuvers, and perfect discipline sent a powerful warning across the galaxy. Humanity cannot be underestimated. One prepared human, even unarmed, can dominate a situation far beyond expectation. The council's shock was complete. They had attacked what they believed was a simple envoy, expecting compliance or retreat. Instead, they had witnessed the first real display of the human factor discipline, precision, and readiness that could challenge even the most powerful fleets in the galaxy. Captain Cole turned to her crew quietly. Mission accomplished. Maintain position. Observation only. Humanity has spoken. Lieutenant Patel nodded. Yes, Captain. They know now what humans can do. And as the human envoy glided silently through the Council's forces, the galaxy began to understand a truth that could not be ignored. Humans are not what they seem. Underestimate them once, and the consequences will echo across the stars. The Galactic Council's fleet had stopped in stunned silence. The human envoy ship hovered calmly, drones patrolling, shields active, weapons ready but silent. Every officer, every diplomat, every fleet commander realized the terrifying truth. Humans were disciplined, strategic, and prepared beyond expectation. Captain Rhea Cole observed the alien formations from her bridge. She did not celebrate. She did not raise her voice. Her calm presence alone radiated authority. Lieutenant Samir Patel reported, all systems operational. Shield stable. Drones and internal patrols active. The Council fleet is hesitant, unsure of their next move. Cole nodded. Maintain readiness. Observation only. Let them remember what they have seen today. Across the Council, whispers turned to panic. Officers admitted silently to one another. They had attacked what they assumed was a weak envoy. Instead, they had witnessed unmatched discipline, preparation, and loyalty. One human, fully prepared, had already changed their perception of the species entirely. Suddenly, Additional human ships began to appear, emerging from hidden sectors. They did not fire. They did not signal aggression. Yet the fleet's presence multiplied the impact. Hundreds of drones and ships moved in perfect harmony, displaying coordination and readiness. One unarmed envoy had grown into a visible, undeniable force. The council scrambled. Communications buzzed with doubt and fear. Officers who had once been confident now hesitated, unsure how to respond. The humans had not attacked, yet they controlled the narrative. The display alone demanded respect.